What up, yo? I probably don't have the best lighting for this video, but so be it. You know, done is better than perfect. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes just getting things done is better than getting them perfect. So today is my last day at my Airbnb. I'm still in Melbourne. I guess I could show you. I'm like, you know, you like my little phone case? Yeah. Last day in Melbourne. I am enjoying a little cup of tea before I pack my bags because I got to be out of here in a couple of hours. And yeah, cheers. I'm no longer drinking coffee for the time being. Yeah. So this is a green tea. I think I really enjoy my green teas in like the afternoon, like a little afternoon tea. It's about 2 p.m. here. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna like leave this up here. I keep bending down for it, but I think I want it here so that it's like. But yeah, awesome time in Melbourne. Obviously, I came to watch baby boy play, and you know, it really inspired me. It truly did. I really had a great time. I was so lucky and so blessed to watch him play not once, but twice. And the first time that I went to go see him play, I went alone. And wow, you know, it was Margaret Court Stadium. Lucky me. No, don't get me wrong. We want him to play on Rod Laver. We always want him, you know, we'll always want him on Rod Laver. But I was obviously being selfish and self-centered because I wanted him on Margaret Court for the first time, just for the first time I see him play, because it's a lot more intimate, you know? And I learned a lot from going to watch Naomi play at the ASB Classic about like, oh, I don't want a seat. I need to get a seat in front of the umpire's chair because that's where the players sit, right? Like, I don't want to be behind the players. I want to be in front of them. So I learned that. I also was like, you know, figuring out where his box would be. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to kind of be, I wanted to be in eyesight a little bit, you know? I wanted to be in eyesight, not gonna lie. I wanted him to look up and I'll be like, which I did, success. And I'm glad I got that seat. I was like 4 rows away from his father. His father was there taking photos. People were like going up and taking photos with him. It was real cute. But yeah, when he walked out, baby, like so fine. Delicious. Like, let me spill the tea. Let me spill the tea as I sip some tea. He is so his his visual aesthetic, it encompasses so many different things. He's beautiful, but he's also like sexy, but he's also quite cute. He's also very handsome. He's charming. He's got those beautiful Piscean, Neptunian eyes that are just so, just like gorgeous. And like when he walked out and they announced him, I had like heart palpitations, you know? And I know I told him what I was gonna be wearing. I told him where I would be sitting. And we had a moment. You know, I think he liked what he saw, but I'm not going to get too much into that because, you know, not everything is for public consumption, okay? Sometimes things are just for us, and we don't got to cheapen it by talking and sharing about it with the world. We keep that. But I will say, I think there was a little bit of a, he knew I was there. There was a, you know what I'm saying? And there was like that tension. You could cut that tension with a little bit, ooh, you could cut the tension with a knife. But there were moments, and I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna just say that. I'm just gonna say that. And I was in awe. I really was in awe of him. And, you know, he wins the match. There was a little moment, I'm gonna talk about it on my IG stories. Second set, 2-1, break point. He's in the like corner closest to us, and he's bouncing up and down. And like I said, he was bouncing up and down a little long. I was like, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. I think Daddy made a good impression. I think, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew he was going to be handsome and gorgeous and beautiful, but I think, like, you never really know until you see a person whether they like what they see, right? Like, maybe he wasn't feeling it, but I think he was feeling it. I think he was feeling it for sure. And he was bouncing up and down. I was like, ooh. Oh. I just want, like, what I would give, just like, have that hot butt on me. Anyway, enough. He won the match, and then he was signing autographs, and he was right there. Like, I'm still learning a lot. So I guess the section that I was in was a great section to be in if you wanted to get an autograph. But no, we're gonna meet one day, and I don't want to, like, I don't know. I have too much pride to ask for an autograph, especially if I feel like one day we're gonna be, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll never live that down. If we are, and if we do one day become a part of each other's lives, I don't know. It's pride. It's my pride, my ego. Like, I will never live that down. Do you remember the time you asked me for an autograph? I'm like, oh my God, shush. It's deeper than a fandom over here. It's deeper than that, It's deeper than that. But when he was signing, his hand, his forearm, like, I'm a weird guy in terms of, like, what I like on men. I like a nice pair of hands, and I like good feet. I don't have a foot fetish, but I like a good pair of feet, I like to see a good pair of feet. I like a good pair of hands, but I also like this muscle here on, like, men. I like it like that, like, and I could see him, like, writing things, and, like, his forearm was forearming in between, like, all the kids. I was like, he's right there. Oh, I was like, it was too much for me. It was sensory overload. But I walked away from that stadium feeling a lot of reverence, a deep sense of sincere respect for him and what he does. And just like, wow, bro, like, this is your life, man. Like, how cool is this, that this is your life, that you travel the world and you have fans and you got people that are, like, cheering you on, and just like how cool it is that is his life, and not only that, but, like, the focus, like, the professionalism, like, he got on there, he does the game, he does the interview, he waves to the crowd, he signs the memorabilia's, whatever's, like, he's really, like, boom, 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 boom. And I was like, wow, that's incredible. I'm so inspired by that. Like, I walked away from the stadium with my heart full. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, my cup was full. And just, like, I was staying with my cousin out in Tarnet, and the whole train ride home, I was just buzzing. I really was on cloud 9. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, wow, like, That was so inspiring. That was so inspiring. And how special was I to be able to witness that? And I didn't plan this that long ago. You know, it was only in November that I decided, I was like, I'm going to go to the Australian Open and I'm going to watch baby boy play. And it wasn't like, I want to watch him play to win the calendar, Korea Slam, this, that, whatever the fuck. Like, no, I wanted to see him play. That was it. It wasn't, I want to see him win and this and that and whatever. Like, that would have been a bonus. What I got from that was so much more. It was so much more, you know? And I was like, damn, like, I know what that feels like. And I used to have that in my life, that relentless focus, that ability to really hone in on a task and be like, yep, I'm chipping away at it. And one day I'm going to get there. Like, I know that. And I was thinking to myself on the train ride home, I was like, what can I do? You know, what can I do that's going to, how can I incorporate this into my life? You know, how can I take this inspiration and like this relentless focus and dedication that he has, how can I bring that into my being, into my existence, into my world, you know? And it was just so, it's like, it's so hard for me to verbalize it. But I was talking to my cousin on the phone and she was like, cuz I can hear it in your voice, like something's changed. And I'm like, you're right. It's like completely switched my brain chemistry, baby boy. Like you freaking, you did something to me out there. You did something. But yeah, and like after the first set, I stood up because I wanted to stretch my legs, and his coach stands up and like looks back at the crowd, which he doesn't typically do. I was like, what's he doing? And then I saw that little periphery vision. I was like, are you looking for me? Are you looking for me, Wonky? Daddy's here. Daddy's a man of his word, okay? Daddy's a man of his word. But Daddy say he's gonna be there. Daddy gonna be there, okay? Daddy gonna be there. I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I did that. Like, November, I was like, that's it. I gotta see this kid. I gotta see this kid in real life. I gotta see it. It's on my doorstep. I gotta go. And I booked the tickets first. I booked my flights first. And then I got paid for a modeling job. And then I used that money to get the Airbnb. And thank God for Airbnb, bro. Because if it was hotels, mate, like I wouldn't have been able to come. God bless Airbnb because I can stay here for the full 2 weeks. And I wanted to stay here a long time. Like, even though it didn't work out the way he had hoped it would, and we'll talk about that in the next video. Look, timing is everything in life. You can't, it's still fresh, okay? It's still fresh. We'll talk about that in the next video. I will say I got my prediction wrong. Obviously, my astrological transit placements were, I predicted it. I misinterpreted the stars. I did. And look, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, okay? I make mistakes. And we'll talk about that another time. We'll talk about it in the next video. For right now, I really just want to keep it positive and light and just really all about the inspiration and all about what I got from this experience, you know? And literally the next day, how funny is this? How funny is this? God's timing is really interesting. I've been working towards something for a few months now, and I got an email saying that I had been successful with something. I'm being very cryptic here. But I got that email right after the first match. I got that email right after the first match. Like the next day, I was out with my cousin and I got that email and I was like, oh wow, like things are lining up for me. God's timing, man. Because we have a rapport. We do. But the timing is everything in life. Timing is everything. Things have to be correct. Do you understand? Things have got to be correct. you like my pose? Can you see my pose? Tom said, I like to get my feet near my ass. If I can get my feet down to my ass, like so, then I'm good. I'm doing good in life. But anyway, I got a little bit of news. And look, he is out there. He doing his thing. We support from a distance and we watch as much as we can when we can. But the timing's not right. The timing's not right. I'm not where I need to be right now. I'm not where I'm meant to be. And I'm embarking on a journey that's going to take like a few years for me to complete, right? It's going to take about 3.5, possibly 4 years. And I think for him right now, the next few years, he's really got to focus on building his career as well. He's really got to focus on building his brand, building his fans, just really focusing in on what he has to accomplish and what he has to achieve. And I really believe that, giving people time and space it's a love language. It's a form of love, right? So I see where he's at and I'm like, you know what? Baby boy, we get it. We know where you're at. We know what you're doing. And we're here supporting you. But let's, let me work on my things too. Let me get myself to a place where, like, you know what? Things are looking good. There's stability in my life. I feel like I know what the next thing, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I have that thing now. That thing that I can have my relentless focus and pour my heart and my soul into. I have that. I have that for the next 3.5, 4 years. I would like to do a little bit of, God willing, try my best. I would like to do perhaps an overseas exchange in Spain. I would love to do that. I would love to go to Spain and live there for a year while I do my next journey. And it's possible. It could happen. It really could happen. Because I would love to learn that language. I think that would be really beautiful. I think that would be really helpful too. To communicate to my future baby daddy, but also because I think that's just it's a good skill to have. I gotta do things for me, it's very unrealistic to be like, I learned my language, you know what I'm saying? I learned a language for me. I'm going back to school and I'm getting certain things and credentials for me. And if it brings me closer to him in the end, that's great. That's amazing. But for right now, it's like I'm where I'm at, he's where he's at. I respect his journey and I'm going to honor where I'm at in my journey. And who knows? Who knows what happens in the future? I will still continue to support from afar. I will continue to do these videos and kind of offer insight and try to give love, offer, as we say in Tongan, to give love, because I've lived that life. I mean, not to that extent of success, but I've certainly know what it's like to pour your heart and your soul into your sport and to, really care a lot about trying to achieve something significant, right? So, yeah. That's what I got from it. So this was a really amazing, and I don't know, there was just so many amazing moments. There's a pool at this Airbnb, a gym, a steam, a spa. So when he was done, I really just took the time to realign myself, get into the habit of writing every day, get into the habit of exercising. I mean, already exercise every day, but just getting into the habit and getting my brain wired correctly and able to enable myself to do the task that I'm about to embark on, the journey that I'm about to embark on. And who knows where it takes me. But yeah, thank you for that, baby boy. Thank you for the inspiration that you've offered me. And I'm grateful. And it was funny, Wednesday, he flew out on Wednesday. And I actually ran into I talked about this on my Instagram stories. It's actually really interesting because I think I ran into him twice that day. The universe has a funny way. God really has a sense of humor because I ran into him twice that day. The first time, I thought in my mind was only when I went to I went to go get water from the grocery shop, the grocery store, and I forgot my wallet. And as soon as I forgot my wallet, I was like, bro, the universe is I immediately thought, it's like, that doesn't ever happen, and that happened today, and that happened to you right now. There's a reason for that. Just trust why you forgot your wallet. And I was like, ah. And then as I was walking back, that's when I spotted, his coach, and I saw his the suitcases out the front of the hotel. And I was like, oh my God, he's leaving. Yeah, I've already talked about the story in Instagram stories. And I stuck around for 10 minutes, and baby boy came down, and I actually was just to the side. Something stopped me. It's about that timing. Do you know what I mean? Like, the timing wasn't quite right or something. I don't know. But I stopped myself because I was like, no. Like, this is for you to see. This is not the right time, because he's probably not in a very good mood, right? He's just, he's probably still dealing with the disappointment. He's around a bunch of fans, so it's not exactly private. And he's trying to get out of there as soon as possible. Like, he's not there, like, to play patty cake and have fun. Like, he's trying to GTFO and get back home and, like, move on to the next thing, like. So something stopped me, but then I walked a little bit further because I wanted to get a visual. I wanted to see him, but he was in the vehicle and it was tinted. And I could see his brother in the front seat. There were 3 vehicles, brother in the second, his coach was in the first, in the passenger side. They weren't tinted, but they also weren't looking out the window. So I'm like, okay, if his coach and his brother are both have this kind of energy of like, let's get out of here quick, I think that maybe baby boy would have had the same kind of, the lighting's really bad. Sorry, you guys. Baby boy might have had the same mindset. Do you know what I mean? Like, I was wondering, like, did he see me? And then I think now, no, I don't think he saw me, because that's not where his focus was. Yeah. His focus wasn't on like who's standing outside my car right now. His focus was on, let me get out of here. Let's get out of here as quickly as possible. I want to go home. Right? Yeah, I don't think he saw me. And then the second time, which I just realized today because a photo went up on Twitter, or X, uploaded from Weibo. So I guess, I don't know how these photos ended up on Weibo, of all places. But when I was walking for my morning walk down to the cafe to get my coffee and such, like maybe it was like maybe 10:30? It was after 10, it was before 11. I would say it was probably around, I probably left here around 10:15. I was walking, because I'm right across the water. I'm in the Docklands, but I'm on the water. So I was walking across the footbridge that leads towards DFO. And then I was walking down to get my morning coffee. I don't know. I quit coffee very recently, okay? Like, don't bust my chops. And as I was walking, I turned to my left and I could see the helicopter. There was like a helicopter leaving to go. And I was like, people were like taking videos of the helicopter and stuff. And I was like, you guys are weird. Like, have you never seen a helicopter before? Like, this is like, what are you doing? Now I realize they were taking videos of him. It was him in that helicopter. That was him and his coach going off to play a round of golf before they get on the plane to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, oh my God, we crossed paths twice. Except how uncanny is it that on the first time, you're on the helipad on my side, leaving to go to where you need to go, and I'm on your side of the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Like, your side of like Docklands, Southgate area. Like, I'm on your side walking to go and do my things. Like, it was just really like, kind of funny to have that brush once again. I think it was him. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was him. It looked like that same time of day. From the photos that I saw that came from Weibo. So I was like, the universe really has a funny way of kind of aligning things, you know? So yeah, this was a great trip, and I take a lot of inspiration from it. And I got my work cut out for me, man. I got I got a task ahead of me for a few years, and I'm gonna like buckle down and get to it. And I think like focusing on myself right now is probably the best thing that I can do. I'm sorry that the lighting's so bad. Hold on. Focusing on myself is probably the best thing that I can do. Yeah, no, the lighting's not gonna get any better here. You see my bathroom, it's weird. Oh, we're going wonky. We're going wonky. Oh my god. Oh, look at that delicious ass. Look at them coconuts sitting back there. So yeah, I've just been spending this time focusing, getting my head and heart right for the task at hand, and preparing for my next journey. So yeah, I'll talk more about how I got my prediction wrong. I know where I went wrong. But, you know, timing's everything again. And let's see where this goes, you know? I'm just letting go and allowing the universe to do its thing. And yeah, focusing on myself and what I got to do will hopefully bring me closer to where I'm supposed to be. Yeah, you can't force things. You got to flow with the energies of the universe. So, good luck in the Netherlands. I'll be watching, obviously. I fly out tomorrow. I'm spending a night with Kelly. I want to meet her babies, finally. And yeah, thank you so much. I'm really, like, my heart is full. My cup is full. And wow, still hard to describe the joy that I felt watching him play. And then I watched him again with Kelly, but we were a lot further back, so it was still special, still very special. But I'll never forget that first one. Anyway, I'm like babbling. I'm babbling jibber jabber.